Hi guys, welcome back. So today we've got this B7 RS4 in for a carbon cleaning. But before we get into it, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, also notification bell, then you won't miss whenever our next video goes live. So yeah, doing a carbon clean on this B7 RS4. So what we're going to be doing is manually opening up access to the intake valves and intake ports so we can manually clean the carbon buildup that you can find on the backs of the valves, along the intake tracks, swell flaps and stuff like that. So a lot of people see like man in a van doing some carbon cleaning. This is completely different to the man in a van solution, because the guy that comes around in a van will literally just put some detergent, some cleaners through the fuel system, and obviously on these cars, because they're direct injection, the fuel goes directly into the cylinder and doesn't go anywhere near the intake ports, so that will never solve the problem. Carbon buildup on these cars, kind of problems that it creates, obviously lack of engine power, lack of engine torque, poor drivability, rough idle, extreme cases can throw up like some engine management lights in relation to some various other problems on the cars. We've seen B7 RS4s come in with power as low as about 300 horsepower, and then after the Decoke ECU software, swell flaps, we don't see standard figures, but we see around about the 400 horsepower mark, and obviously it'd be a big difference. So what we're going to do with this car, we're going to take it on the dyno and benchmark the car as it is at the moment, see what power it's making, bring it in the workshop, and then start to do the carbon clean process. Once we've done this, we'll also put it back on the dyno and see what power we gain. So yeah, we'll go to the dyno and hope you enjoy. Okay, so we've just finished off doing the rolling road runs for the B7 RS4 after doing the Decoke, and then obviously benchmarking it this morning and then dynoing it after we've done the Decoke right now. So we've got the graph behind me, massive difference all the way throughout the rev range. You've got the dotted lines, which are the standard as it arrived this morning, and then the solid lines, which is as the car is leaving us today, with the blue being the torque and the red being the horsepower. So this particular car came in with around 360 horsepower and about 270 foot-pounds of torque, so way below the advertised figures. And it's actually leaving us today with just under 400 horsepower, so about 398 horsepower, and then 310 foot-pounds of torque, so a massive difference in this car. The car is actually now making peak power So the peak power that it arrived with this morning, a full 2000 RPM earlier. So it's now making that 360 horsepower at around 6,300 RPM, which is at that point on the rev range, which is massive difference compared to what it's going to be this afternoon. So the owner is basically going to enjoy more horsepower, more torque right the way through the rev range. So obviously, if you haven't had this done to your B7 RS4, it's definitely something worthwhile doing, probably in favour of overdoing like an ECU remap or something like that. You're going to gain more from the car. So yeah, going to hand the car over to the customer and see what he thinks. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, then please give us a thumbs up. If you'd like to watch other videos of ours that YouTube thinks you'll like, then click up here. If you'd like to watch some other videos that we have in the same playlist, then click here. And obviously, if you enjoyed the video, then we really appreciate if you gave us a subscription. And then obviously you'll be updated when other videos of ours go live, and you can do that quite easily by clicking here. Hope to see you soon.